Let's move away from matters ICC and to the city of Nairobi. Now, when the sun sets right here in the capital, two groups brace themselves for a bruising battle ahead. These are the Nairobi County Askaris and hawkers. This battle simmered to the surface when a hawker died recently, allegedly following just such a confrontation. And tonight, Nyabwa set out to establish the nature of the conflict, pitting the two groups against each other.
At various points during the day, the streets of Nairobi are likely to be littered with hawkers selling everything under the sun, but only until Nairobi County Askaris appear with the police in tow. Then there are fierce running battles, and the slow, both buyers and sellers are thrown onto the back of a truck. This is a state of affairs that is replicated in towns across the country. But in Nairobi, these battles have in some instances led to death. Recently, a hawker was killed and two others injured allegedly after a confrontation with county Askaris. This man has been a hawker for 9 years. He calls himself Stephen, but it is not his real name. He says he is now a wanted man. In April, he came face to face with the Askaris. He claims they broke his leg. He was bedridden for 3 months. Stephen claims that once taken into the custody of Nairobi County Askaris, the hawkers are driven around the city center and divested of their belongings. It is also alleged that the county Askaris resort to the use of crude weapons on hawkers.
Kuna gari moja wametenga kando, hiyo inabebaga chupa. Hiyo gari inabeba chupa, kuna visu kwa hiyo gari. Ili hali mimi
Questions abound as to the nature of the dispute that causes both groups to fight to the death. In 2006, the government embarked on the construction of the Mudhurwa market, aimed at giving hawkers a permanent business spot. But after a brief lull, hawkers returned to the streets, and fights between the Askaris and the hawkers erupted once more. Many of these incidents have been reported to the Kamkunji police station, but the Kamkunji OCPD faults the hawkers for flouting bylaws and waging fierce battles of their own.
It's very clear. No hawker is supposed to sell items within the city streets. And the city council are supposed to remove them, to enforce that law, that should any hawker operate within the city center, then they stand to be arrested.
Questions also abound as to how far the law allows the Askaris to go to fulfill their mandate. As the fights continue, they have extended their working hours so that as the day ends, the hawkers anticipate fierce battles that begin once darkness falls. Nyabwa, KTN.